everybody. Welcome to another episode of Yo, Who Hired You? My name is James, and this is...
What's up? I'm Hag.
And don't be pointing at me like that when you say who hired you, bro. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. That's disrespectful. And today we're going to be talking about a trend that's all over TikTok and maybe somewhat controversial depending on how we cover it, right? And that is the topic of lazy girl jobs. Basically what it is, it's a job that's super flexible, probably remote, low stress, and you get paid pretty well for it, right?
Is it like a summer job? Because that's what that kind of sounds like.
This is not working at Baskin Robbins, my guy. This is like, for instance, you work at, maybe you work at a tech company and you're remote. You never have to come to the office, or you're coming to the office once or twice a week. You're coming in, you're getting the perks of like the free coffee and the free lunch and the gym, and then you're out of there.
There's a name for that too, right?
Yes, there is another name for somebody who has that kind of job, and that is a coffee badger. You're absolutely correct in that.
Someone just badge and get the coffee and they go.
Get the coffee, get up out of here, maybe go to the gym at the office, get a little quick workout in, answer a couple emails, jump on Slack, jump on Teams. Get up out of there.
Lazy person, lazy girl.
See, but here's where we're going to have to argue and pod, Hag. Like, why is that being lazy? If the job is low stress, doesn't have micromanaging like built into it, because maybe you're just getting projects, you do your project, and as long as it's turned in on time, nobody cares. Why is that lazy? I personally don't see that as lazy. If the job allows you to have a good work-life balance, allows you to be home, pays you to where you're happy about what you're taking home.
Well, if it sounds too good to be true, maybe it is.
Why?
It doesn't sound like it's something that's going to be there long term.
I don't know. I think you're taking kind of a boomer approach on this, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
To be kind of real, because like, the future of work is consistently evolving, right? Like, we're getting to a point where I think that like when COVID came through and shook the building up, right? Like, so many of these organizations had this really hard moment where they were like, you know what? We don't even need these offices. Like, we don't even need all this desk space. We don't even need all this real estate. Because you know what happens with real estate?
Yeah. Costs money.
Costs money.
Yeah, but it also, you can make money from real estate too, so...
But you know what's even better? Making the same amount of money or more and not spending money on real estate. Yeah, because
you don't have a brick and mortar. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Right? So, again, if you're remote, it doesn't equal you being lazy. It just equals you being remote. So I'm not gonna. I
mean, look, I've seen it on the other end. I've been on the other end where it's like you're remote for the day and you do more work than you would if you're in the office sometimes.
Absolutely.
And then it just never ends because you're like always...
locked in.
You're always locked in.
You're locked in. Like if you have your job description and you do it and you do it well, there's nothing lazy about that. It might be different from the traditional ways of work, right? And the old way of thinking of like, hey, you gotta go above and beyond and do 60 hours and kill yourself for this company because that's how you really prove your. Like, that's an old way of thinking. There's not a lot of Gen Zers that are thinking that way. They're just not. They're going to prioritize peace over pressure every single time. Yeah. And to them, you know what? It's not lazy. It's a boundary.
Yeah, but there's also, even with this generation, there's probably not enough data to back up whether or not this approach is even successful. Because I'd say how many people that have this kind of job have actually, moved up. And if you're okay with just being a single contributor and doing your lazy girl job, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't be upset when you get passed up for something. Be like, well, I was just doing my job.
True. That's a very valid point that you make, because
I feel like your growth is stunted by this.
So by having an easy job, you're putting yourself in a box and limiting yourself from going outside of that box and learning new skills and exposing yourself to other people and teams. So you kind of hurt it. An easy job you feel kind of hurts you.
Yeah, I do. Because they're basing on being flexible, right? being flexible outside of work. But if you're not flexible inside of work, you may not be able to grow within it.
I see what you did. That was some wordplay. I was like, so what he did right there, like the flexible, he flipped it on y'all. That's boss talk. See, that's the type of stuff that he'll use and flip on you at work. Like, you want a flexible schedule? Why can't you be flexible when I need you to work on the week? That's what he probably threw on somebody already. I can already tell.
Probably. Allegedly.
Yeah, but I think that what Gen Z is doing is saying like work shouldn't have to be hard, which sounds crazy because for us, work is, you associate work with doing something hard, right? Like whether it's emotionally draining or physically draining, work is like, it's hard. It's something I'm doing that I'm putting effort into. And when you hear the lazy girl job thing, you're hearing like minimal effort.
Right.
Right. And anytime you hear minimal effort, it turns into like, do I need that? Why am I doing, like, why do I have this person hired here? Like, where's
the AI?
Could be doing more. Yeah. Can a robot do this? Can AI do this? I say get it while you can get it. If a company's gonna pay you well, that with a salary you're happy with, and you're getting the work done, and you're remote, and you're contributing, and you're doing everything you're asked to do, I have no problem with that.
That's okay. I think it's okay to challenge like old ways of doing things and thinking. That's fine. That's great. Let's see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to go back to the other way that proven that does work, Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
Do you think that your worth at work should be measured by your productivity?
Yes and no. I mean, I think some of your experience has to go in that as well. It can't just be on your productivity. That's very kind of one thing. There's more to it just
because what we're talking about essentially is productivity at the end of the day, right? If you have a lazy girl job, right? Like,
well, productivity, when you say it's like kind of like a checklist. Did I check all these boxes? Was I productive?
Yes.
And
if you have a lazy girl job, are you being productive? Because I know it's satire, but the word lazy doesn't feel like it belongs anywhere near work.
Right. No, it definitely doesn't.
Right?
Doesn't sound like somebody that's going to last. Oh, they're lazy.
There can also be a stereotype attached to the word lazy girl jobs. That person or that type of person is lazy, right? But this other person can have the exact same job, and I'm not going to think of them as lazy. I'm going to think of them as just like
doing their job.
Yeah,
that's like the unconscious bias.
It's an unconscious bias, right? So again, if person A, we're not going to do gender, we're not going to do race, but you will leave it to your imagination, right? We're going to say person A has a lazy girl job and person B has a lazy girl job. Person A, oh my God, like that person works remote. That person, I never see them in the office. Like they just do the bare minimum. Like they just do that project and they sent it in, or they're just on emails every once in a while.
What are they doing all day?
Like, what is this person doing all day? What I don't understand. And like, then they come to the office and they just like flaunting it around that they have all this free time. Like
that's this great balance, work life.
Yeah, that's a perception that could be built. Again, I didn't say a race, a gender, anything. Use your imagination. Now that same job, person B, oh man, they get their stuff in on time all the time. Like they're so efficient managing all their projects and their time. They even when they come to the office, they're always a great energy. They're always going around.
Unconscious bias right there. That's what that is, because you're just saying the same thing, but just talking in a very different way,
But that's real.
Just by looking.
That's real.
Yeah.
That is a real thing. And it can, in certain communities and certain people, that could really handicap you. Or it might be a blocker for you getting a lazy girl job. They might look at you because of who you are and say, you can't have that type of job. We don't trust you with that type of job because of whatever factors, age, sex, religion, ethnicity, all of that. right? Whereas somebody else could get that, like,
just because they may look the part.
They might look the part, but they might be a bozo.
Yeah,
total bozo, waking up 2 minutes before a meeting, logging in, not knowing what's going on.
Nothing works.
Doesn't know how to do anything. Just shows up, but maybe looks the part. Even though they woke up 2 minutes ago and they get on the Zoom call, they look the part. They look right. They're clean. They're just whatever. They fit in the thing. They look the part, but they're bozos.
So what do you think the key takeaways are from this whole lazy girl job, lazy girl summer, whatever you want to call it?
This guy said lazy girl summer. Well, I think you got to do what's right for you is the number one thing, right? I think there's nothing wrong with a lazy girl job. I would love to have a lazy girl job. Would you not like a lazy girl job?
I'd probably go crazy. But
really?
Yeah, it sounds
you wouldn't like a job where you don't have a manager micromanaging you every single time, that you can literally like have your day how you want to have it. Like, hey, I'm going to go get a haircut at this time because I can move all my work around to be around me. I can go to the gym. I could go shopping. I could take my girl to lunch every day. I could walk my dogs every day at 12:30, right in the middle of the day.
Sounds wonderful.
It sounds great.
But I also feel like I'm probably gonna have to turn in half of my stuff.
Which there
goes all my fun outfits and all the accessories are all gone. If I take a lazy girl job, I don't know. I feel like you're kind of like boxed in.
But why would you?
It sounds wonderful.
Why would you have to give your accessories?
Just doesn't sound because I'm not gonna make as much money.
Oh, you're saying it from a money perspective.
Yeah.
But what if it's paying you enough to maintain the lifestyle you used to having?
Then that'd be, I don't know, does it exist?
Ta-da!
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I need to, there's got to be, I'm sure there's some jobs out there that maybe we're not aware of that are just coding or some of these super tech things or something where you could just do that. Well, it's got to be.
They exist because, again, it's viral. It's all over the internet. People are making videos showing off their lazy girl jobs. And listen, send me an application of one and send Hag one. We love to apply. I would love a lazy girl job.
Sounds wonderful.
I would be amazing at it, and I wouldn't be lazy. I would
not take advantage of it.
I would totally not take advantage of it either. Like, I would be so productive. It would be productive boy job.
Yeah.
Even though that sounds super sus, like mad sus. But yeah, so the takeaway is, look, do what works for you. If you have a job, whether it's a lazy girl job or a productive boy job or whatever the hell kind of job,
productive person job,
just do your best at it. That's it. Just do the job to the best of your ability. And whenever there's an opportunity to grow, if that's what you're into, take the advantage and grow. If not, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
sounds like a wonderful place to be. Sign me up.
All right. So, on that note, we will be out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let us know about your lazy girl jobs. If you have one, how's it working out for you? And if we did it justice in discussing it here. Again, we'll see y'all later. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and all of that.
Comment too.
And comment. Argue with us, because we will argue with you in the comments. He's going to argue with you. He will argue with you. Absolutely. He might call you out of your name.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace. We out.